So, earlier we made this roof, or this snow roof, um, but we're going to use create Icicles as well. So what we'll do is we'll freeze that, Control D, and use these settings here to adjust how dense the mesh is going to be. So Control D to freeze it. Basically then I just looped those guys here, copy that to a new layer, and then I used magic bevel. You can see that the thickness are not the ones that I want for well, are not the ones I want for the short ones here, and not this one either. So what I figured is that I can't really adjust that very well with magic bevel, or yeah, it doesn't really work, and it's hard to fix the thickness of these in Modeler as well. So I thought, well, I'll just do that in layout with a displacement map. So that's what I did. I took these guys, basically went to wireframe mode, and just drag a couple of times over those so you know you got all of them. Select these guys and create a new UV map. Small roof ice, left axis X or Z. So in this case it's X. So I created that one. This is the X axis, and that's how my UV map looks like. Let's see if I got that one here. You are kidding me. Let's see. Perspective. This one. You kidding me? There's no UV map here. Let's see. Okay. Because I'm in the wrong layer. Here we go. Okay, so I got the UV map. Looks like that. Mapped on the X-axis in this case. This axis. So basically, I'll just use the displacement map to adjust the thickness of those Icicles. How do you do that? Well, what we'll do is we'll send this to layout. Oh, where's that one selected? Camera. Oh, okay. Sometimes too many shortcuts to remember. So I got those here, and I shall add some GI to this. Turn on VPR. Add a backdrop. Turn on GI. Make the GI a bit faster by pumping up the minimal pixel spacing. So it looks like something like that. And now what? Well, I shall just go to the camera view. So go here. Because I can only use limited region in camera view, so do I need limited region? I don't know. But anyway, if you do, then you need to go to camera view. So we got those. But what I need to remember here is I need to be on the correct layer. I need to select the roof layer, or else the displacement won't work, of course. we'll work on the wrong layer. So layer 1 is a roof object where the icicles are. Deform. Actually, before that, just not to crash layout, I'm going to set this to 1. Normal displacement. Normal displacement. Okay. Okay, so here we go. We'll put this to 0.1, and now you could have used displacement map, but that only works in one direction, x, y, or set, not the normals of the polygons. I could have used edit nodes, but well, I'm not just good with nodes. So that's the excuse for that. Texture, and actually to load my textures, well, actually I forgot to show you. What I did was I created a displacement map that looks like this. So this is the screen grab. This is my displacement map that adjusts the thickness of the icicles. And this is the bump map for the icicles. Same thing, same file, just a different, well, texture. So this is, I got displacement PSD and bump PSD. So I'll just drag those files over, displacement PSD and bump PSD. Click on F6. So I got those loaded, just to make sure those are loaded. You'll also use F6 to reload the texture if you do any changes. By the way, NT really needs to make a shortcut available for reloading the texture. There are plugins out there though that does that. Okay, so now we can add our UV map that we made and the image map displays PSD. It looks something like that. Doesn't look that great, I guess. Set that to 5 or something like that. And actually now it worked. The reason why it worked now is because I had already flipped these polygons. These polygons, all of these are flipped. So let's flip that over again and save, just to see what result you would have unless you did that. The icicles would be thicker. So be aware of that. If I show, if I turn off double-sided here, let's see. Well, didn't really do much of a change. Oh yeah, because I flipped them, of course. Flip. There we go. So yeah, this is what you would have, but you need to flip it in order to make that displacement go inwards instead of outwards. So just be aware of that. So that looks funky, by the way. So before going to layout, I'll just flip the polygons and go back here and turn on double-sided, and that will fix it. So now the displacement displays in the correct direction. Let's see. Should I have this one on? Yes, I guess I should. Invert layer. They'll only affect what I just painted on. So this is with the displacement map, without, with, without, and with. Now you can of course adjust that later on. But anyway, that's how you add that. Yeah, bump. No, let's see. Bump map, icicles. Use the same UV map, small roof ice left image, the bump PSD. You can see that we get some bumps here. Well, you can choose to change this one or change this one. Just go with 33, something like that. And well, add some transparency if you want that, or well, you can use a image map really to choose to use transparency on the icicles or not. So we'll just map this area. Well, I think that's pretty much it. You could actually, though, on the icicles, you could actually use a procedural as well. So let's just turn this one off and add procedural. But damn if I can remember what setting I should use. Well, that's not too bad. Guess I could go something like that. Yeah, I guess that's easier really to go something like that. Not really sure why this is bump map now. Icicles, UV map. Oh yeah, of course, because it affects the whole surface. It's not a image map anymore. It's not a UV map. Because you could just use a blank PSD instead to choose the affected area. So I could just copy that bump map, call it blank. Let's see if this works. And go like that, close. Yes. Load that blank. F6, so we got a blank one. So we'll use the blank PSD here. Turn off the turbulence. Because that will make it easier, really. And also you don't need to use that much memory. You can use really small image maps. So let's see. How is that going to be done? Because this one should be on top. Maybe there should be an alpha. Invert. Come on. Kind of looks like that doesn't work. Okay, so now something happened, okay. Invert, no. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Just use those settings. Blank, alpha, 100%. My mistake, I guess, was that I used 33, so I was like, yeah, it should be always 100%, and the turbulence will adjust the displacement here. Of course, you can use something else. You don't need to use turbulence, you could use whatever else. And if that looks better, anyway, I think I'm just going to leave it at that.